The shame of Minos, the result of the anger of Poseidon, Asteros the Minotaur wanders the halls and corridors of his prison, endlessly searching for a way out. The violation of the seals Daedalus placed upon Asteros' lair freed this creature into the world, and now he breathed fresh air for the first time in centuries. Hard man, hard bull, hard god, Asteros has been approached by every faction. A being of his power is too choice a prize to ignore, and all factions vie against one another to secure his services. When Daedalus stranded Asteros in the labyrinth, he gave Asteros the axe Labyrinth as consolation, based on the labyrinths of Greek mythology. The axe was originally intended to kill Asteros, but in Asteros' hands it is an extremely powerful weapon able to cleave even heroes in one blow. Asteros can also throw labyrinths as well, nobody can pick it up except for epic heroes.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video about Tannhäuser expansion. Let's see what there is inside the box of Asteros. This is a character board. Our rules. Tokens. These are tokens. And the figure. Those equipment cards come. They come in the equipment card expansion. Here the figure in the tile.
Well, the special object of Asteros is the labyrinth. The labyrinth means axe of double-headed, but in fact, in the art of Asteros only has one blade. Add 2 additional dice to the attack, and it can be thrown to the enemies, and only an epic hero can pick it up and use it. The rest of the kitmen are a kind of armor, except one. For instance, the antithesis roll 1 additional die when making a short roll. The Shackle of Storm, as an action, make 2 attacks. He suffered 1 wound. This could be interesting for killing one important enemy in some circumstances. The Icarus Anklet made that he doesn't trigger Overwatch attack. This is the combat pack. The stamina pack adds the belt of White Bull and the Daedalus Shield. The Daedalus Shield, when is targeted by a melee attack, add +1 to his stamina value. The bell of White Ball each time you are targeted by an attack, each natural 1 rolled on the attack roll cancel a success. And finally, the command pack is composed by Crown of Knossos and Mark of the Mishepen. Crown of Knossos, 1 per turn, he might fleet this token face down to launch a counter attack without spending the command point. Nothing avoid that you can use instead of tokens the cards, the equipment cards for him. The last one, the mark of the misshapen, the enemy team receive -3 to their initiative roll. So on the whole, this is a very powerful equipment. Other important rule for Asteros is the fact that he is an epic hero. In fact, he has 5 health rows. This means that he's going to take the space on your squad of a hero and a trooper. Additionally, who is controlling Asteros is going to lose 1 command point in each round. Asteros is always considered that he has hand-to-hand weapon, and he may make a ball rush move through as many characters as he has moved for. Whenever she passes through an enemy, he is going to deal 1 wound to that character. The first time I saw the stats of Asteros and his equipment, I thought he was invincible and he was an overpowered or unbalanced character, so never played with him. Later I played in solo mode, testing the Alone in the Labyrinth scenario, and to my surprise it was easy killing him surrounding with Tala, Barry, and McNeil, and the rest of the team keeping away the revenants, the guards of the labyrinth. So this showed to me that he needs some backup from the team. In this backup, in this scenario, the backup should be provided by Medusa, which is a mythological character that match with him. Apart from the unbalanced aspect of Astero, although he is a mercenary and can play with any faction, personally I think that thematically only fits with the Rage, and maybe a bit with the Shogunate. The Rage found him, they opened the seal, and that's first contact. The fact that they free him must count in this sense. Apart of this, the Rage is a master of arcane and occult power, which it could be considered near to the Greek mythology. The natural goal for the Union, from my point of view, could be killing Asteros. To avoid the Rage or Shogunate, the same for the Matriarchy. To avoid the Rage or Shogunate, can pacify him and request his service with their dark powers. The Shogunate is true that need more development. There are people who use Asteros to reinforce the Shogunate, but I think it's not a melee character what the Shogunate needs. In fact, you already have Kowai using the Thomas Bader stats or the Christoph stats. This could work like Asteros with other stats, but the concept could be the same. Apart from this, my personal view could be that Asteros should have their own faction. For instance, we could convey that after the Rage has violated the seals of the labyrinth, an arcane mythological power has been opened, and other mythological creatures come to life. This is a very interesting approach that should deserve be explored.
As in mythology, Asteros was the product of Minos' wife Pasiphae and a white bull that Minos refused to sacrifice to the god Poseidon. After the Minotaur Asteros was born, Minos had the craftsman Daedalus build the labyrinth of Minos and banished Asteros inside, doomed to wander the halls far below Gnosis forever. In 1947, Union archaeologist Sir John Edward embarked on an expedition to unearth the labyrinth, succeeding in 1950. During the events of Operation Daedalus, the Union, the Reich and the Matriarchy fought in Gnosis over Asteros' power. Marquis General von Eisinger and Eva Kramer eventually found Asteros on the third tier of the labyrinth. The Reich forces ultimately freed Asteros, but the Reich's dark magics could not contain Asteros. Now Asteros roams free, prodigiously powerful and scarcely able to be contained by any faction.